biggest thing to kick off Monday Night Raw was that CM Punk's theme hit. And the fans go wild, crazy, really wanting this moment. But out comes the best guy possible to really get the crowd reaction changed. Paul Heyman. All the heat in Paul Heyman's promo about CM Punk gets used to build up the Brock Lesnar and Undertaker match. CM Punk couldn't defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, so now Brock Lesnar, the better guy, is going to go on without CM Punk, with Paul Heyman by his side, and defeat The Undertaker. Brock Lesnar gets the mic when he comes out, and he speaks about other wrestlers have failed when Brock Lesnar won't. And out comes Mark Henry. Mark Henry, meant to be this big, powerful guy, doesn't seem to get anything over Brock Lesnar, as yet again he gets put through the announce table. The opening Monday Night Raw was brilliant. You got the heel reaction by using the CM Punk HijackRAW stuff. Then you got the attention put onto Brock Lesnar, meant to be a big match going to WrestleMania. It was very brilliantly done. This opener felt good. It gave out a good feeling for the Brock Lesnar Taker match, and the whole HijackRAW thing really came into play here. The amount of times we've seen the Usos versus the New Age Outlaws, it did leave me questioning, why are they playing this match so many times? It's not always the wrestling that makes a feud, makes us interested in the wrestlers. It's the in-ring segments where they're talking to each other, talking about each other. So the fact they're giving us another championship match, which the Usos, after long last, win the tag team gold, that is brilliant for the Usos. But the WWE could have gone around a whole different way to build up this championship win. We could have built this up with in-ring segments, promos, a few matches, building up to WrestleMania, where the Usos could have done what they did on Raw at WrestleMania. Because now, at main event, they have yet another rematch for the Tag Team Championships. I'm just wondering, if they're still going to have this match at Mania, how are they going to make it any more different than what we've already seen? Possibly a ladder match? But there's been no teasers of that yet. So the Real Americans interfere in each other's matches against Big E. So as you can see, the WWE are teasing a triple threat match, which I think is a great idea to get the Intercontinental Championship involved at WrestleMania in a way that's been teased during build-up. Then at Extreme Rules, you could have the teased match you've also been giving us, Jack Swagger versus Antonio Cesaro. Maybe if Antonio Cesaro becomes the IC champion, have an IC championship match at Extreme Rules. Either way, Antonio Cesaro is using these possible matches to continue his push. Once again, the Shield and the Wyatts still match the night. In this match, they both put each other over. The match had storytelling when Seth Rollins walked out on Dean Ambrose, probably because he's had enough of Dean Ambrose. He's had enough of the tension between Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. They decided to watch the rest of the match from the ramp. And this came down to, yes, Roman Reigns managed to still come in and take out the Wyatt family, but the Wyatt family end up picking the win on Dean Ambrose. This match had great storytelling and continuation of the Shield breakup. The Wyatt family looking sly as ever as they pick up the win. And you can start to see characters forming even more as the feud go on. You've got Dean Ambrose, who has this psychotic kind of character that could snap at any minute. Rollins, who during the match you saw a Jeff Hardy quick movement, diving moves, brilliant. And then you have Roman Reigns, who looks to be becoming this monstrous babyface who's going to get the push first. I hands down, people, the Shield and the Wyatts are the biggest attraction to wrestling right now. So at Mania, I still see the triple threat forming, but the way they're building up is absolutely brilliant. So the two very entertaining characters, Santina Morella and Emma, defeat Fandango and Summer Rae. It was the finish, the submission move that Emma has is absolutely brilliant. It really shows her ability of wrestling, and I think her character and her movement in WWE could be strong. But to really highlight Emma, I think the WWE sort of somehow showed clips of her match against Paige at NXT Arrival. That's where you saw Emma put on a great match against another great future diva. So Sheamus defeats Christian, and I don't care about this match, this feud. I'm joining with the crowd chanting boring. Yes, it's following it on from the Elimination Chamber, but we've seen this match numerous times. It's nothing different. It's not really much of a big return for Sheamus. And yes, backstage you had Christian showing some aggression by taking out Sheamus, going down a possible injury angle or a weakened Sheamus angle. But I just really don't care about this feud. If they're going to continue in it, even after the boring chants, I don't know what the WWE are hoping to gain from this. We have the Bellas defeating Xana and Alicia Fox. Daniel Bryan, being one of the top faces of wrestling right now, warms up the crowd before one of the biggest and best segments of Monday Night Raw. He calls out Triple H to accept his WrestleMania match. Out comes Triple H and he talks about this should be the blame era of wrestling because all the new generation of wrestlers seems to blame everyone else apart from themselves. Just like Daniel Bryan cannot accept that he's failed, he's not as good as he thinks he is, and he's not as good enough to face Triple H at the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. He even goes as far as talking down to Daniel Bryan, talks to Daniel Bryan as a child to help him understand that he's not good enough. Daniel Bryan fights back by saying Triple H should be wearing Stephanie's skirt and Stephanie should be wearing Triple H's pants and fight at WrestleMania. This was classic gold, great on both halves. The authority figure, Triple H, was brilliant. I really felt this segment. It really helped to build up the rest of the night and WrestleMania. It eventually leads to Kane and the authority escorting Daniel Bryan out of their ring. This was just brilliant, and it really helped build up the main event and the anticipation for Triple H to finally crack to Daniel Bryan and give him his WrestleMania match. And we got a guest host, Aaron Paul, and he's been assigned to work alongside Ziggler. I don't really understand why, but Ziggler goes on with the help of Aaron Paul to defeat Del Rio. There really weren't much to this. It was more to get Aaron Paul on TV, and it worked, I guess. Then, congratulations to the great Paul Bearer, one of the most unique managers that provided great build-up of wrestlers like Kane, The Undertaker, Vader. This was just a very good person to put into the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Paul Bearer. The induction could either be by Undertaker, Kane, both of them. I'm just really happy that a great person like Paul Bearer is in the Hall of Fame. So congratulations. Another great segment, the WWE. You could say what you want about the start of Raw after the Paul Heyman segment, but this part, John Cena comes out and he gets booed straight away because he's not CM Punk. Cena then mentions that he's injured by the hands of the Wyatt family. The crowd cheer. I thought that was funny. You're not CM Punk, so we boo you. You're injured, so we cheer you. And then John Cena says exactly what we've known for a long time now, because Cena shoves it down our throats in a lot of his segments, that Cena knows the fans want change. But the only way you're going to get change and success in the company is by going through me. And we know that, John Cena. And when Bray Wyatt appears on Titantron, He says that John Cena's like a championship horse who's slowly breaking down, and Bray Wyatt is the Reaper who's going to take you down. Even though they didn't get into the ring together, this was just an awesome segment between John Cena showing his importance in the WWE or the wrestling world, and Bray Wyatt building up his character that's going to be the monstrous character that's going to put an end to John Cena. Great work on both halves, I guess, and I look forward to seeing the continuation build up. I'm hoping I don't see it happening thanks to John Cena's track record of Bray Wyatt defeating John Cena. Main event time. Okay. Batista coming into the WWE as a face, ready for his match against Randy Orton, would have worked, but the crowd didn't want Batista in his first match back to get this opportunity. And so this sudden heel turn, maybe it should have happened after WrestleMania or at WrestleMania. So it looks like we have a face versus a heel at WrestleMania. But nevertheless, we get to the main event. And Bryan defeats Batista in a no disqualification match. Yes, you could be saying Bryan versus Batista is a possible feud down the line, but that's so good about this this disqualification finish. But after Daniel Bryan takes out Orton and Batista and members of the Authority after the match, we finally get it. Triple H snaps. He's had enough of Daniel Bryan's dreams of becoming a top wrestler, a top guy to face Triple H at Mania. That Triple H pedigrees Daniel Bryan. So that's pretty much Triple H saying, that's it, you want to fight me, you've got your match. Yes, it's not been said. That's what the next few weeks building up to WrestleMania will offer us. But the whole last hour built this up. The WWE, the way they're building up Daniel Bryan and Triple H, go with it. It's fans are getting behind it. You're getting the best out of Triple H, the best out of Daniel Bryan. All the talk of throwing CM Punk to this match, don't even think of it. This match, this feud has been built up the longest, and tonight you've highlighted the WrestleMania match. Keep it that way, grow it and give it to us. As you can hear, I didn't think it was a bad show at all. Yes, some slow parts that didn't interest me, but overall, the segments that counted gave us the feeling that we needed for the match for WrestleMania. People, share all your thoughts in the comment section below, and I've been NJ. There'll be links to other videos and stuff in the description box below. Check them out. Until next time, goodbye.